Okay, so firstly, one of my main reasons why all people shouldn't become vegetarians, and probably the most major issue, is that all the plants, the trees, will become insufficient. Because imagine 8 billion people eating salads all day, all night, and basically it will just create an imbalance in the environment we live in.
Okay, but planting trees are much easier to eat than to breed animal, right? Because when you are eating meat and everything, you have to have a farm where you breed those animal. You need to have factories to kill them and then cut them off and then make them into meat. Then all the transportation between the places, the location, it will release more carbon dioxide into the environment.
I mean, but I believe that farm animals also need a lot of plants in order to basically grow big and be able to sell to the public. So if we all just eat all the plants, then what food will the cows and the chickens eat?
When people have all become vegetarian, the resource of plants and those things, it will be plenty. There will be plenty, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so one of the other reasons to why I believe people shouldn't become vegetarian is that a plant-based diet doesn't provide that much protein and fibers in order to build muscle, which is an important factor in trying to do hard works and jobs such as engineering and building. So how do you really, if every person was vegetarian, then there would be no people to take those tasks.
There might be a lack of proteins, but there are also many benefits, many others, nutritions like vitamins, and yeah.
But vitamins doesn't help build muscle, which is the important factor of, trying to do the hard things. Vitamins, it does provide protein, but just enough for your basic health, and it doesn't.
Yeah, that's the hardest part in becoming a vegetarian. Yeah, that's.
So I want to ask another question. If everyone became vegetarian, what would all the major steak restaurants, meat restaurants do in this situation? Like, what would they live off from? Like, how would they sell their meat now that everyone's become vegetarian?
If everybody becomes vegetarian, I think they will change what they sell, right? So when everybody needs vegetables and everything, they will change from cooking meat into vegetables, and they could still sell it just like at a normal restaurant.
But now there's many already processed meat in restaurants. How do they situate those leftover meat?
I think this change it will take time, and we should take it slowly. So maybe we will finish all the leftover meat first, then we will start to change into becoming a vegetarian.
So if everyone became a vegetarian, I believe that cows, sheep, pigs, chickens, etc. would thrive really well, obviously. But since we don't eat them, they will thrive to an uncontrollable amount. And because birth is better than death, it's obviously, you can see from our human population, we give birth more than we die. So how do you face the situation of the uncontrollable population of cows?
I think that it is controllable. As long as we have facilities that we could control them, then I think it will not be uncontrollable.
We don't have an unlimited amount of land to keep them, though. We only have limited, and we need time to build those manufacturers as well.
When people needs are more in the vegetable side, less animal will be breed because we're controlling that, right? More land will be used for the plants and everything, but then less land will be used for facilities for the animals. We could control that.
But animals in the wildlife, they breed by themselves and they breed freely, and that's also the main reason why we have the meat we eat today. So I don't know how it would decrease like the breeding of the animals.
About the wildlife, I'm not sure. I'm just talking about the industrial one.
Okay, is it enough? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, time's up. Okay, now we come to the question from our judges.
Okay, DÍNH, this question is for you. Which, in your opinion, is more harmful to the earth? The amount of land used to raise crops or the amount of land used to raise livestock?
Well, in my opinion, the amount of probably the amount of land used to raise livestock. However, the land used to farm crops is also equally affected the earth, since you need lots of wheat to feed a cow to make it grow big and be able to sell to the public. And and you need a much more wheat to feed the cow, so it's very imbalanced. You need maybe like 3 cows. You only need there's only one wheat farm to feed those.
Okay, thank you for the response.
All right, my question. I have 2 questions, okay? For you and for him. My first question goes to considering the environmental problems that we have on Earth, talking about climate change, is there any way being a vegetarian will likely help to improve the environment? Do you think there is any connection between it?
Yes, there's a lot. So first of all, when we plant more plants for the food resource, right, for the vegetarians, plant more plants also means that it will help reduce the release of carbon dioxide through the photosynthesis procedure. And then when we use animal as our food source, there are many locations that they have to go through, in order to get to our closest mart shopping place. So those process involves a lot of transportations, and those transportations leaves a lot of carbon footprint. So it definitely does help improve the environment.
Okay, thank you very much. That was beautiful. All right, Mr. DÍNH, all right? There are lots of civil rights advocates, when you talk about being a vegetarian, quite a lot of them are being aggressive, trying to advocate for the right of and the protection of animals. You trying to totally disagree. Do you think most of these civil rights advocates, they are quite justified on what they do, or do you think they are being uncivil? What do you think?
Can you repeat the question, please? I wasn't able to listen to.
Okay, all right, I will cut it short. We have a lot of civil rights advocates advocating for the protection of animals, right? And of course, environment. Now, do you think most of them, of course, we have a lot of them being aggressive. For example, there is a case of some people going to a restaurant where you have people eating animals, and they're kind of trying to like cause some chaos. So do you think these people's rights are being trampled upon, or do you think they are justified in what they are doing? Justified, like the civil rights advocate, do you think what they are doing are right, or do you think this is wrong?
I think it's very wrong to walk into like maybe a vegetarian restaurant, eat meat there, and I think that those people are they're very uneducated. They don't respect vegetarian people, but in reality, vegetarian people play an extremely important role in balancing the diet between eating meat and eating salads, eating plants, and maybe we shouldn't. Not everyone should become vegetarian, but we do need some people to become vegetarian, and also we need some people to become meat eaters. So it makes a balance. But overall, those people are just uneducated. They're very irresponsible, and I think it is extremely wrong to misjudge if this is better or that is better. Like if meat is better or vegetarian is better. So I think they're both the same.
Amazing. Okay, I have one more question. Some people are herbivores. They eat only plants. Some people are omnivores, like us. Most of us are omnivores. We eat meat and plants. What's your idea about those who are carnivores? They eat only meat. Give me your opinion on that, and you too.
Carnivores?
That's right.
Well, I think firstly, it may seem it may be reasonable for animals to be carnivores. Some animals are carnivores, but I think it's inhumane for humans to be carnivores because basically the goal of humanity right now is to become thriving race, and we want to live longer. We want to make and because God gave us the existence on this earth, we need to make a difference out of it. And being carnivores basically just counts up more deaths and really affects our society. No one should be herbivores. Carnivores.
How about you, Achilles?
I think I respect their thinkings. Like, it's okay for people to eat only plants. It's okay for people to eat only meat. It's their right to be. It's their free. It's okay, but I think there should be a balance between eating those because they're the nutrition and there are a lot of benefits if you eat both of them, not just only meat. So I think it's okay. It's not bad, but
You're pro carnivores.
huh?
Pro carnivores.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay. Thank you for the questions from the judges and congratulations on your performance.